I feel that a lot of us as Black people, as conscious African people, are scared, unwilling to do what Baba Amos Wilson is talking about right here, which is to have a very, very clear conception and commitment to us as a group, Black people as a group. I saw a tweet from a good brother. I'm not going to name this brother, but someone had tweeted on Twitter, obviously, saying, "Oh, criticizing what's his name, Prince of Pan-Africanism, Dr. Umar Johnson." Umar Johnson basically saying, "Look, I'm not, I don't want to see murder and I don't want to see this destruction, but I'm focusing on Black people. I'm not really getting involved in this Israel-Palestine thing." And obviously, you got a lot of criticism from those on the Black left and so forth, and just and then a good brother replied and said, "Oh, that's not talking about Umar Johnson saying." He said, "That's not Pan-Africanism. That's Black nationalism." I didn't say anything to this brother because I don't want to start an argument, but I just found that very revealing and very problematic. Not wanting to use that word, but it was problematic because if you were, for me personally, I can't understand how you could be a Pan-African and not be a Black nationalist, an African nationalist. I can't see it, because who is an African for a start? You're saying you're Pan-African. Well, who are these Africans you're planning on panning on bringing together? You need to define them. And yes, I understand you might be reticent to do that because you're going to have to start talking about phenotypes and this, that, and the other. And I get there's gray areas and so forth and whatnot. There's conversations to be had. But if we can't identify who we are as a people, how on earth can we work in our own interests? It's just not possible. And I personally believe that is at the heart of a lot of the problems with regard to the organizing and the activism that we see, is that there's a fear of identifying who we are and centering us as a people, because once we do that, our allies will not want to be our allies anymore. You see me? They will not want to be our allies anymore. That's one of the reasons why a lot of people don't want to talk about anti-Blackness, because they don't know why do you want to talk about anti-Blackness? It's just racism, because they don't want to center our experience. They don't want to center us as Black African people, and they don't want to center and peculiarize race, what happens to us. They just want to make what happens to us a subset of what happens to everybody, so that we can be part of this rainbow coalition and so on and so forth. And it's a problem, in my opinion.